Hi, I'm Ashley Adamson, and today we're going to talk about being approached by men and also all of the things that come up in this experience. So, this is this was a weird thing. Today I was out shooting video for my surgery series, which I'm really excited to share. And I was thinking to myself, I'm alone and I feel like I want to feel on this one dimension of validity to just be approached by someone. I know that women have like different feelings about being approached. How do you feel about being approached? My friend who's very, very attractive, she's like a supermodel and she's also trans. She gets approached all the time, and this is something that she finds annoying, but it's also like an interesting way of validating on like one level to say that she is traditionally attractive and people find her attractive and they find her attractive enough to approach her. Me, on the other hand, I rarely ever get approached. And to me, on that dimension, it kind of makes me question my own beauty and my own attractiveness in the sense of, am I not traditionally beautiful enough to be approached by people? And this is like a really stupid thing to say. I feel embarrassed to say that because it's so superficial, and you can immediately say, well, like the best person to validate you is yourself, and just love yourself, honey, and everything's good. And yeah, I understand that on one dimension, but I think that there's another like aspect of this, which is just understanding how you occupy your own your attractive rating in the market, in the world around you. And yes, I want to be more attractive on the market. And yes, because of that, I feel like I can attract someone more attractive that I'd be interested in. Now, I'm not looking right now because I actually have a partner that I'm in a COVID couple with, and I really enjoy spending time with him. But he's not here, and I was just thinking, it would be nice to be approached just to feel like I'm attractive on that level, and on that traditional, like, kind of stream level. And guess what? It happened. I was walking down Abbot Kinney Boulevard here in Venice Beach, and the guy came up on a scooter and he approached me, locked eyes with me. He kind of looked familiar. Couldn't really see his face because he's wearing a mask. But the first thing that I thought was, don't approach me because I'm here for surgery and I can't afford to get COVID, dude. And he said, hey, I wanted to ask you a question. And I said, I don't want to answer it. I don't want to talk. And so then he got around me on his scooter and said, okay, well, I'm just going to go this way. And I said, okay. And I moved out of the way and I bumped my head into a metal pole, and I hurt myself, and it's still kind of swollen here. And his reaction to it when I was like, ow, was, karma. That's karma though. And then he got on his scooter and then just went off. And I thought to myself, wait a second. You just said that it's my karma that I bumped into this because I said I didn't want to talk to you, as if there is some kind of punishment here for not wanting to talk to you. Dude, that's so messed up. Like, how would you react to that? How would you feel about that? And how would you feel when you also wanted to get approached by someone and it just happened, but then you totally kind of reacted in kind of a pushing off sense? I had such a mixed feelings about that whole situation because the thing that I wanted to happen happened, but I reacted in such a way where I kind of strong-armed him and I didn't want to talk because I was afraid. And then he blamed me for it, said it was my karma that I got hurt and my nose is hurting. And then he like scooted off, and here I am like with the swollen nose and feeling like I just denied myself as well as just got denied and then blamed. What a mixed bag of feelings, right? There's this thing about being trans, and I don't know if this is for you too, if you do this, but there's this self-denial aspect. There's this self-regulation piece that I do when someone approaches me and says that they're attracted to me. The first thing I think is, okay, you're a cis dude, you can't tell that I'm trans, and the second you find out that I'm trans, it's gonna be all over. And because of that, this is just not gonna work out. I don't wanna talk to you. I'm afraid to talk to you because I also don't wanna be like a targeted or a victim of violence or anything like that. And so, dude, just don't talk to me. Do you do that? Does that happen to you? Do you feel that way when someone random talks to you? I feel a little trapped by this because I don't give myself the opportunity to be approached. I don't give myself the opportunity to be attractive to someone because I say, no, it's not going to work out. And your lips are like not the right shape. And as soon as you take your mask off, they're going to find you unattractive and you're trans and like, and. And it really hurts to say that about my lips and about myself. But that's like something that I have an insecurity about. And that's something that, that FFS is going to help me with. I don't know, it's just, it hurts on many levels. Not really because of the dude, but because of myself. That I don't give myself the opportunity to just have a good time sometimes, or to just go with the flow, or to allow myself the space to just flirt with someone. Like, clearly he was I was in a safe space. I was in a public area. I denied him and then he went off. And I could have just at least talked to him. I could have just solicited his attention for just a second without any expectation to just be like, oh, random person. I wanted to get approached. We had a conversation. It was good. And then I said goodbye and that's it. But instead, I don't even give myself the opportunity to do things like this. And yeah, it's COVID. That's a big factor. But even if there wasn't COVID, I think I'd still be scared. And I think I'd still be like, don't talk to me because you're going to find out that I'm trans, because you're going to find out that I'm not valid. And to be the person that says you're not valid in a new situation all the time, it's exhausting. I feel trapped by myself. Do you do things like that? Do you ever become the arbitrator of your own validity as a trans person? Do you ever rate yourself? Do you ever say, that you are valid or that you're not valid based on what you're wearing or what you see in the mirror? This is the trappings of being trans in a way, is we have our own internalized transphobia. We have these things that we apply to ourselves that hold ourselves back, and we can't escape it. We can't wiggle out of it. We can't get out of the way of our own transphobia. It's disgusting what the mind does to itself. In this way of saying, well, I'm just protecting you and I'm just doing this for your better good. But it's not, dude. And I say dude in the non-gendered way. But it's so inconvenient, brain. God. So I guess the lesson here is that for me personally, I need to give myself more wiggle room and flexibility and start to stop writing myself off when there's an opportunity to just make a connection. Even if it's just a passing conversation, I can just say, hey, keep your distance, but we can talk for a second. And, that's it. And, the best that comes out of it is, or the worst that comes out of it is you just have a bad conversation, you move on. The best that comes out of it is, hey, I just made a new connection and maybe things will go somewhere. And that I need to give myself a chance. Where do you need to give yourself a chance? Do you know this kind of thing with the inner transphobia. Like, how can you give yourself opportunities to be spontaneous, to give yourself a chance in whatever dimension, whether that's being able to wear that dress that you feel dysphoric in and saying, you know what, I can wear this and I like it and it feels great. Or just being able to say, you know what, you're valid. I love you. And when you look at yourself in the mirror, things like that. So yeah, I'm going to continue editing this series on the surgery series. I look forward to sharing more videos with you, and I hope you're doing all right out there. Stay safe, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.